My name is Haley Sobel, and I'm currently studying abroad through the Yes Abroad program in Skopje, Macedonia. I'm originally from Minnesota, and I'm finishing up my senior year of high school here in Macedonia. I write weekly vlogs, and this week is a celebration of my 10th vlog. I am so lucky to have hundreds of amazing supporters who continue to support me and read my vlogs, and that means so much to me. I'm so excited to share my knowledge and my experiences in hopes of bettering others and the world. Also, this coming week is IEW, which is International Education Week, put on through the Yes Abroad program in supporting students to do projects like this in order to promote peace and understanding. So I wanted to showcase different aspects of the Yes Abroad experience, specifically in Skopje, Macedonia. In my blogs, I talk a lot about my perspective and my experience, but that's not the full story. So I interviewed a couple of the other girls also on program and some of the staff that help us throughout this amazing journey. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.
Zdravo, ja sam Carolyn. Imam 17 godini I ja sam od Kentucky. Ama sega žive v Skopje, Macedonia. Hi, I'm Carolyn. I am 17 years old and I'm from Kentucky, but now I am living in Skopje, Macedonia.
Hi, I'm Callie. I'm from Minnesota and I'm 16.
Hi, my name is Jasmine and I'm from Cary, North Carolina. I'm 18 years old and I just graduated high school.
I'm Izzy Navia. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm 16 years old.
I decided to study abroad because my dad studied abroad when he was in high school and in college, and my mom also lived in Romania for a year. And so I grew up hearing stories about their exchange experiences, and also my sister wanted to study abroad. So we're actually studying abroad at the same year, but in 2 different countries.
Okay, I have a 15-year-old sister named Annika, and she and I are like, we've known each other our entire lives. She's my absolute best friend. My other half, I literally love her. She goes to school. She just started her freshman year of high school, and she's the light of my life, and I just love her so much. And then I have a 19-year-old brother, Sergey, and he just started his first year of university, and he's doing IT in Macedonian, and he is a wonderfully smart, ambitious human being. He is just the coolest person, and I go out with him all the time. He rides a motorcycle, so he's wonderful. And then I have my Catskill, my dad, Macedonian, and he is, I don't know how old he is, he probably doesn't want me to say, and he owns a hostel and he runs and operates that. And I have a mother as well. She is an accountant. She lives kind of near my school, so we spend a good amount of time together, and she is wonderful and is always asking me questions in English, and she's just great. My family's wonderful.
I'm living with a host family. They're wonderful people, and I'm so thankful to have them. I have a host mother, a host father, an older host brother, and 2 host sisters. They've been very encouraging of me learning the Macedonian language and wanting to explore the rest of Macedonia and learn about Macedonian culture.
I live with a host dad, a host mom, and a host sister. My host sister is like 2 years younger than me, and she goes to a different high school, but we've been able to do a lot of stuff together, which is really fun. Both my host parents have 2 jobs. My host dad, he's a lawyer and a singer, and so I've been able to go to different places where he's singing. So I went to a folk festival and a wedding that he was singing at, and both of them have been really fun. So I've gotten to experience that part of Macedonian culture.
My favorite place in Skopje so far is probably the Old Bazaar because it's really beautiful there. I like to go there to get baklava, and we have it in the States, at least where I'm from, but here it just tastes so much sweeter. But one thing I miss about America is the portion sizes when it does come to sweets. I really miss going out with my friends to Sheetz at 3 a.m. and getting these giant milkshakes.
Here in Macedonia, I like to eat burek, and another meal that I really like is their kebabs and their meats. I love it so much. I love the cheese here. I love the bread. It is so good.
My favorite thing to eat out of Macedonian dishes are ayvar and kifli, and I think a great way to learn the culture is to cook the food, and it's also a really good bonding experience with your family. And my host dad used to be a chef, so we cook together all the time, and he talks to me about Macedonia and my experience here. So yeah, I think the food is a great way to learn the culture.
My favorite memory of being in Macedonia has been going out of the city and hiking, being in touch with nature. I love the fresh air. I love being able to relax and get some exercise, which is definitely, it's been wonderful. Extracurriculars that I've been doing, I've been volunteering. I have volunteered to teach young children English, and I've also volunteered to clean up litter around the city, which I'm actually going to do today. I have been involved in a gym class outside of school, which is 3 days a week, and it's been wonderful to keep in shape and meet new people. One of the ways in which I have grown since I've been here is that I've definitely become more confident. Before I came to Macedonia, I probably wouldn't have been comfortable or confident enough to speak a foreign language that I had never studied before, or even to film a video like this. But I have been pushed outside of my comfort zone, and now I can definitely say that I have grown in my self-confidence. Thank you for listening to this video. Have a nice day. Ciao, ciao.
Nope.
You don't believe in pro-math?
It's the fakest thing of my life.
Nay.
Nay.
Okay, how fast?
I don't believe in pro-math.
One way that I have grown is that I have become a lot more self-sufficient. Back home, I do have I have a set group of friends. I have a family who I know and I'm adapted to, but coming here, it's completely put me out of my comfort zone, and I'm doing things and meeting new people and having new experiences that I would have never seen myself doing, 6 months ago. So I think I've become a lot more confident, and I've become a lot more assured in my abilities, and exchange makes you almost sometimes a little bit insecure because you're constantly surrounded by people who are judging you for different things, and it's made me more secure in who I am, and also more decisive when it comes to picking friends and knowing who I am and what I want.
I am going to school at Josipros Tito High School, which is in the city center of Skopje, and it's a public high school, which I really enjoy because it's super different from American high schools, and I've met a lot of friends there.
So far in our school here, Nova International School, I have made some really, really wonderful friends. The people there are super curious about the US, and they want us to talk about our culture and our experiences. They want to know if American high school is like Mean Girls or High School Musical, so it's been really fun giving them a realistic impression of what I know to be true about American high school, and also meeting Macedonian teenagers and seeing what they're into. So I think that going to high school here is the perfect opportunity to have a great culture exchange, and it's opened up the floor for a lot of discussions about my culture and their culture, and it's given me the opportunity to really open up and to really make long-lasting friends. Some of my favorite people that I've met here have been at Nova, and I've made some really good friends, and I'm very thankful for that. I do a variety of activities. I kickbox, and it's really good for making friends and letting out any aggression that you have. It's great. So whenever I'm stressed, I go and kickbox, and it's really important to have good mental clarity while you're on exchange. And also, I'm in band at school. I play the saxophone, so I do that, and it's a great way to make friends and to play music and to share the mutual love of music. So it's fun.
Since I'm doing S Abroad as a gap year student, I'm attending a state school called Josipros Tito, or JBT, and I'm enrolled in the IB program there. JBT has 2 different shifts that switch every 2 weeks. The first shift starts at 7:30 in the morning, and the second shift starts at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Learning Macedonian has been hard, but it's getting easier each day. I've been practicing every day, and right now, in October, I can understand about 75% of what people are saying to me, and I can also converse a little. Even though speaking has been very difficult, it's also been getting easier.
For me, learning the language is quite difficult. It's probably the hardest thing that I think I've experienced as far as studying abroad goes. I speak Spanish, and a lot of the time my brain thinks that if I say it in Spanish, people will understand me because at least I'm not speaking English, but that's not true. So learning the language has been really, really hard. but it's a challenge, and I love challenges.
After I finish my year abroad, I plan to go to college back in my home state of Kentucky and study international affairs and foreign language.
When I go back to America, I'm going back to my hometown to attend North Carolina State University, studying environmental science and creative writing.
One of my main goals for this program is to make as many personal connections as I can. I want to share what I know about the world and learn what other people think about the world, because I think that's the best way to make a country's relationship better.
This outcome of my experience is to make long-lasting relationships and friendships with not only the girls in my cohort, but with people in Macedonia. Because one thing about studying abroad that I never realized is, yes, like I'm here to learn a different culture, but people are the same, like underneath a lot of things. Like everybody in this world just wants to be loved and to make good relationships. So I think that if I accomplish at least a couple deep friendships and deep, meaningful connections with people, then I would have had a great 10 months. And like that's what I want to do the most. Maybe just get to build bonds and make friends.
Pozdrav od Makedonija do site vo Amerika. My name is Oliver Atanasovski. I am from Macedonia, and I'm the Macedonian language instructor associated with the Yes Abroad program in Macedonia, the American Council's office. So I also have experience teaching German and English to young learners in private and public schools, and I have been doing it for 13 years now. And I started teaching the Yes Abroad program, instructing the Macedonian language within the program 5 years ago. Fun thing and aspect about teaching Macedonian to young students from America is that I get to know them very well. We bond in a way, and we become friends. And I also am very happy when I see that they have actually managed to learn something that I have taught them. And I guess the most difficult part would be when they have to leave, even though we know it's inevitable. Still, when the time comes, it's a bit difficult for all of us. I know it applies more to the host families, but still, throughout the year we don't just have lessons, we also go to places, we visit venues, and we spend so much quality time together that eventually we become like real friends and family.
One thing I'd like Americans to know about Macedonian culture is that even though I'm in a different country, it's more similar than you'd think. Like, I still wake up, I still brush my teeth, I put on my pants one leg at a time. People still care about each other, people have emotions, and like, even though life is slightly different, it's more similar than you could even imagine.
Some advice that I'd give to people who are currently applying for Yes Abroad is don't give up. You might get rejected. It's a very hard program to get into. Don't give up. Even if it's your last year to apply and you didn't get in, then apply for study abroad programs in college. Believe in yourself. Also, as far as the application goes, have someone else read your essays, download a text-to-speech app so that way when you hear your essays, you can find out if what you've written sounds good or not. Also, there should be a list of what Yes Abroad is looking for on the application. Make sure that you have what they are looking for in each one of your essays. So make sure that you show maturity, open-mindedness, and a willingness to learn the religion, culture, and language of your host community. Also, just be yourself. For example, when I found out I got an interview, because I love foreign language, I found out that my interviewer spoke German and Russian, so I greeted her in German and Russian, and I also said goodbye in German and Russian. And I definitely think that that's something that made me stand
For watching the video, hope you enjoyed these blooper moments.
Throughout this, yeah, no, I use mine out for coffee. A dumb answer. No, it is. One way. Okay.
Should I start over?
My favorite thing about bulk. I can never look at the camera. My favorite thing about bulking